Hello and good morning. I want to read a Bible verse for you real quick. It's Acts 2:42 through 47 out of the New International Version. They devoted themselves to the apostles' teachings and to the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and to prayer. Everyone was filled with awe, and many wonders and miraculous signs were done by the apostles. All the believers were together and had everything in common. Selling their possessions and goods, they gave to anyone as he had need. Every day they continued to meet together in the temple courts. They broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts, praising God and enjoying the favor of all the people. And the Lord added to their number daily those who were being saved. Now, from these verses, I think it's pretty obvious that God wants us to show hospitality to one another and to eat together. And today I want to show you how I make my chili. Now, what makes my chili special or different? My chili's different in that it is easily scalable, so that if it's just you and your honey and maybe your son or daughter, you can make the perfect amount. Or if you have a few friends over, you can make the perfect amount. Or if you have an entire Super Bowl party, you can make the perfect amount of chili. So here I'm going to show you all the different ingredients I use. I'm going to show you how I prepare each of these ingredients, and then finally I'm going to show you how to combine it all together to make chili. And finally we're going to go ahead and wrap up with how this is easily scalable for your little family get-togethers or whole parties. But right now, let's go ahead and go on over and take a look at the ingredients we're going to use to make some chili. Alright, I prefer when making my chili to use turkey. So I use 93% turkey, 3% fat. So we're going to have 1 pound of turkey. We're going to use 1 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. It doesn't matter what kind of tomato sauce you use. I like Best Choice because it's least expensive. Black beans, again, Best Choice because they're least expensive. Next though, brand is important. Rotel. Rotel chili fixins. It needs to be this. I think this gives you the absolute best flavor in your chili. Okay? And next, for browning our meat, what we're going to use is some mediumly fine chopped red onion. You're going to want to use about half of a medium-sized onion for this. Next, we have some very finely chopped Fresno pepper, 1 of those. Next, 1 finely chopped jalapeno. Next, half of a serrano pepper, very finely chopped. We want about 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. And you're going to want a whole bushel of fresh cilantro. Now, for the browning portion, you're going to want to chop it very finely, okay? And then for the other portion, the other half of it, go ahead and leave more leafy. Still chop it up a little bit, but don't chop it too finely, okay? Now, let's go ahead and start browning our meat. Go ahead and use about a 12-inch skillet. Let's light our stove here. And turn it to about a medium-high heat, okay? So we're going to go ahead and take our turkey here. And dump this in. Go ahead and kind of chop her up a little bit. Next, I want to go ahead and add our red pepper. Or, sorry, this is red onion, not red pepper. Our Fresno peppers. These are indeed peppers, not onions. Add our jalapenos. And our serranos. Very warm pepper, this one. I enjoy it a lot. I like my chili pretty warm. finely chopped cilantro. And now for the secret recipe. It's not really much of a secret. It is Williams chili seasoning. One of these packages browns 2 pounds of meat. So you're going to only want to use for this recipe about half of it. It's not a science, just kind of estimate out half, and you're good to go. And now, of course, we just mix this all together and we let it cook. Now, while we have this browning, let's go ahead and get the rest of this mixture going, alright? We're going to take all of these and put them into about a 4-quart pot. Dump all of that in there. Ooh. Little fork to help you kind of get the lid up on these things. And don't cut yourself doing it. And finally, our Rotel. Delicious Rotel. I couldn't tell I'm a real fan of it. And we're going to come, we're not going to go back over there yet because we still need to put our more coarsely chopped cilantro into this mix here. And we're going to come back over here and set this on another burner for us. Now this one we want on about medium-high heat. So we got that browning right there. Keep that going. We're going to go ahead and mix this and stir this up right now. Now, we're not going to wait for this meat to brown here because that'll take too long, but I did prepare some beef, or some turkey rather, beforehand. So this is kind of what it looks like the mixture looks like already browned. And we're just going to go ahead and slowly kind of dump this in to our mixture here. And with turkey, you don't really need to drain your meat. However, if you use beef or any other more fatty meat, you're going to want to go ahead and drain some of that grease off before you add it into your mixture here. Now, you may be thinking, wow, we have chili. Not quite. This is not quite chili yet. This is still a mix that we're going to go ahead and cover. And we're going to bring to a slow boil at about medium-high heat. And once it's boiling slowly, you want to go ahead and then turn it down to low, or maybe just a little bit above low, and set your timer for 1 hour. And after 1 hour, then you have chili. Now, how is this recipe easily scalable? I'm going to shut this off real quick. The way this is easily scalable is, you see, you have 1 can, and 1 can. And you have 1 pound of meat. Now, this serves about 2 to 3 people. However, if you want to serve 4 to 6 people, you have a few friends over, all you do, add 1 can, add 1 can, add 1 can, add 1 pound. And if you have a bunch of people come over, add 2 more, 2 more, 2 more, 2 more. Now you're going to have to increase the size of your pots and your skillets as you increase your ingredient size, obviously, but this recipe will work up by scaling up by 1s. Now, I like my chili really spicy, as I said before. And if you are a little bit more of a mild chili person, go ahead and cut that serrano pepper into a quarter, the Fresno pepper in half, because that's where your heat really comes from in this recipe. So after an hour, that's cooking, and you are ready to show hospitality and eat the way God wants us to eat. Thank you.